In today's video, we will be looking at the point we have discussed in the previous video about challenges of Microsoft in the current business environment, and we will be discussing what kind of data point we can collect over those challenges so that a analytics person or an analytics team would be able to provide insights and some recommendation to work upon those business challenges. We'll start with Mayuresh. So go ahead, Mayuresh, and tell us what kind of data point we can collect in any one or two challenges that you have mentioned.
As per the cloud storage or the cloud computing area, so
Mm-hmm.
the data points we can collect that how much storage the user are using
Mm-hmm.
and कितना feasible है वो data store करना और data वापस recollect करना उस
Okay.
storage cloud storage है. Then also the data security that provides by the Microsoft or any other cloud storage company that are providing the cloud, how
Okay.
much data they are providing free or how much data they are providing on a paid basis, data sorry storage, data storage they are
Storage.
providing. Yeah. And
Comparison.
yeah.
Okay.
And how much is the secured their cloud storage.
So what kind of data point we can check for security?
uh, is there any uh, security check for the accessing the data, your
Mm-hmm.
own data, password authentication or two-step authentication, as a, or the uh, yeah, password authentication and two-step authentication that has on the storage.
We'll say multi-factor authentication.
Yeah, multi-factor authentication.
Mm-hmm.
As for the gaming industry, it's, how much players are playing the same game on the console, how much consoles are getting bought by the customers,
Mm-hmm.
uh, or the UI for that uh, Xbox is how much it is user friendly or
how do you calculate an user friendly UI? Think about it. कि क्या ऐसा पैरामीटर होगा जिससे पता चलेगा कि यूज़र फ्रेंडली है या नहीं है. काफ़ी क्लोज हो तुम.
testing,
सॉरी.
testing, testing. मतलब आप अगर
टेस्टिंग इज
नया वर्जन
समथिंग लाइक
बना रहे.
वो तो बैच पे होगा ना, थोड़े से लोगों पे सैंपल पे होता है वो, कि 100 लोगों पे टेस्टिंग कर ली एंड देन गेम इज रिलीज. नाउ यू आर वेरी क्लोज टू मे बी. आई गिव यू एन वर्ड, एंगेजमेंट. अब एंगेजमेंट कैसे डिफाइन होगा एक गेम के साथ?
And
अगर मैं कहूँ सिंपली, नेटफ्लिक्स में योर एंगेजमेंट इज व्हाट? इफ यू ओपन अप एन
engagement,
नेटफ्लिक्स ऐप, व्हाट इज योर एंगेजमेंट इन नेटफ्लिक्स?
what I want to see.
और हाउ मच यू सी. द करेक्ट
Yeah, how
metric
much
would be
time I
how much.
spend on that Netflix.
Correct. So how much
Yeah,
time you spend on the game, that will tell
yeah,
you the engagement. That's a
okay.
single metric.
And what what type of game that people are choosing to play.
Genre.
Yeah, these are the data points that we can collect for the improvement
Right.
of the
So
business.
अब engagement में भी ना थोड़ा सा twist है. We will discuss about it also. First we will go through the pointers Nirantar has think of about what kind of data points we can collect, and then we will come to the uh, singular data points and what actually metric names are in the industry right now. Okay, go ahead Nirantar.
Okay, yeah. So for the licensed products of
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft, the Microsoft Suite, so we can track about the data about the licensing renewals, how
Okay.
much, yeah, how much of the product and which combination of the products the people are buying, because there are different combination that we can buy with Microsoft if you want Excel and Word, or We
Got
can
it.
add, yeah. So this one, and as I mentioned while stating the challenges, the attrition rate.
Hmm.
So they can monitor which employee joined when and when they left the organization, and which team they belong to, which department they belong to, and they can monitor where the attrition is more and where is less.
Mm-hmm.
And
Employee engagement.
yeah, and also there is they have operating system, so they get the regular feedback from the users. So to get that feedback and act on the bugs and reported bugs accordingly, so they can maintain that data about the feedback data about the
Issue.
operating systems. And also in Microsoft Azure they have multiple products,
Hmm.
so they can maintain which of the products are performing better and how they can improve. So by which products are being bought under Microsoft Azure, that is
Okay.
people are using it as a platform or using infra more, so they can
Mm-hmm.
collect the data for that as well.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
that's it.
Great. So now, as you guys have mentioned, I'll just quickly give a data point for issues that I have pointed out. So, for example, password reset is basically number of users doing the activity and total number of users. That then method used for reset. Because there could be maybe OTP method, there could be email OTP, mobile number OTP, or something like that. उसके बाद one thing that certainly will help is seasonality. Then product switch. Or you can actually call this as an device switch, because they have moved from, let's say, some laptop to another laptop, and they are transferring their accounts to to the new laptop, and they are facing such issues. And so these are some things that I just wanted to highlight, and now we will discuss about individually about those different parameters. So in industry, like for data security, Mayuresh mentioned that what kind of storage they are using, what kind of pricing is there between their competitors, and what kind of password security or layer of security that particular cloud services is providing. So there are different type of encryptions that every data can have to access their database, right? You guys must have heard about 128-bit SSL inscription. So that is a type. I don't want to get into detail, but because I don't know the details that accurately. So basically encryption depends a lot what kind of database you are doing. Multi-factor authentication will help you identify kind of maybe what kind of input you will have to provide to get into the server of cloud, right? But over there also, what kind of cloud storages are being scaled up and scaled down regularly. So for example, there would be 10, or let's say 10 clients are there. Out of 10, 2 clients are consistently moving their usage up, and they're going down. So what will happen is, because it's a usage based pricing metric, the pricing will be differ a lot, right? आज उसने 10 GB स्टोरेज यूज़ किया है तो उसको कुछ प्राइसिंग लग रहा है, बट उसने 100 GB का थ्रेशोल्ड चेंज कर दिया, यूज़ कर लिया, तो उसकी प्राइसिंग कम हो गई शायद थोड़ी, and that month his bill will be less. So identifying right set of pricing to bucketize these customer into different buckets and having numbers of 0 to 10 GB यूज़ करते हो तो आपको इतना लगेगा, 10 to 100 में इतना लगेगा, और 100 प्लस में इतना लगेगा, और 1 TB के बाद ये लगेगा. So identifying that for a particular customer and segmenting them and providing pricing different to those customers and those segments is always a challenge. And also the bigger challenge for any company who runs consistently their operation across the globe is the conversion rate change between currencies. So today someone is sitting in India, is paying $1, let's say, to avail those services, and the dollar to INR rate is, let's say, 75 rupees. $1 is equivalent to 75 rupees. So now it becomes challenging because it changes on daily basis. Tomorrow it might be 72 rupees. So on that front, the organization which is sitting in US will earn less, and this is just one example of currency conversion. So that also comes in a very important part when you analyze about cloud and their pricing comparison. Then gaming, against number of players is a very good metric. Xbox sales, how many devices you have sold. And another thing that you can add to this is number of active players. सो व्हेन यू से नंबर ऑफ एक्टिव प्लेयर्स, ऐसा होगा ना कि 100 लोगों ने खरीदा, बट 80 प्लेयर्स आर हु आर प्लेइंग इट ऑन, लेट्स से, एटलीस्ट अ वीक बेसिस. मतलब एक वीक में एक बार तो खेल ही रहे हैं वो लोग. देर वुड बी डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ यूज़र्स. कोई हफ्ते में एक बार खेल रहा है, कोई शायद महीने में एक बार खेल रहा है, कोई हर रोज़ खेल रहा है, right? So segmenting them becomes a very important part in your analysis, because they individually have very different behavior to tackle with. जो हर रोज़ खेलता है ना, वो बहुत ज़्यादा फीडबैक देख सकता है तुम्हें, बट जो साल में एक बार, 2 बार, 4 बार खेलता है, उससे तुम वैसे भी सेल का भी एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर सकते कि गेम सेल होंगे उसको, और उससे और एडिशनल एक्सपर्टीज़ भी एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर सकते कि यार वो तुम्हें बता देगा कि इस गेम में ये अच्छा होना चाहिए, ये नहीं होना चाहिए, या उसके एंगेजमेंट मैट्रिक से तुम्हें कुछ पता नहीं चलेगा जो साल में 4 बार खेलता है. And when we say engagement metric, it can be number of hours played. Then और क्या हो सकता है, अभी तुम सोचो थोड़ा सा, दोनों में से कोई भी बताओ. What could be the engagement within the game?
Number of means not on a single game, but in Xbox, how many number of games you have one have purchased?
Correct. Number of games. Anything else? Number of levels he has crossed in a particular game. That's also an engagement metric, right? भले कोई 10 घंटा खेल ले, but it's not necessary that the people who are playing for 10 hours and people who are playing for 2 hours will be at same level. They are, or they could be at same level. Yes. Effectively, right? So I would say that completion of game, that's more important engagement parameter, because अगर कोई बीच में ही छोड़ देता है, 50% पे ही छोड़ देता है गेम, so either he is bored or he is finding the game too difficult to crack, or he is just bored with the story of the game, right? So that is an engagement metric, like percent completion. और कुछ सूझ रहा है? इन ऐप परचेसेस एक होता है. इन ऐप परचेसेस कब होंगे? जब कोई बंदा गेम में पहले से बहुत इंटरेस्टेड है एंड नाउ ही इज़ थिंकिंग कि यार आई वांट समथिंग डिफरेंट विद द गेम, देन ओनली ही विल स्पेंड मनी विद इन द गेम, राइट? और एल्स उसको तो लगेगा यार छोड़ना, मैं क्यों ही पैसा खर्चा करूँ अपना, राइट? सो दैट्स अनदर थिंग.
और ग्राफिक्स और उसके रिव्यूज.
सॉरी, ग्राफिक्स
रिव्यूज about the graphics and Yeah.
Reviews of game in general.
Game quality we can mention.
So game quality is a thought, right? Okay, मैं एक और चीज़ बताता हूँ तुम्हें आज कि एवरी टाइम यू डू सम सर्टन काइंड ऑफ एनालिसिस यू हैव अ थॉट इन माइंड, राइट, कि यार ये क्या होगा, but you cannot answer those subjectively in analysis because analysis is based on math. So what you have to do is you have to find the proxy metrics. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल तुम कॉलेज में नहीं जाते थे तो जब तुम अटेंडेंस नहीं लगती थी तुम्हारी तो तुम्हारे लिए कोई तो प्रॉक्सी मारता था उधर. सो ही वॉज क्रिएटिंग अ प्रॉक्सी वॉइस फॉर यू एंड गेटिंग योर सेल्फ मार्क्ड एज प्रेजेंटेड, राइट. सो दैट इज अ प्रॉक्सी. सो इन अ सेंस अभी जैसे नंबर ऑफ आवर्स इज अ प्रॉक्सी टू रेप्लिकेट की एंगेजमेंट क्या है गेम में. परसेंट कंप्लीशन मीन्स what kind of engagement game has. So that's an proxy of any thought that you can show in terms of numbers because you can only analyze numbers. Thought को तो analyze करके आप represent नहीं कर सकते ना. So always try to think in a proxy matrix. क्या इसका proxy metric क्या होगा. रिव्यूज़ से तुम्हें ये पता चलेगा कि गेम पॉजिटिव जा रहा है नेगेटिव जा रहा है और यू कुड कॉल इट रेटिंग ऑल्सो जो तुम्हारे स्टोर पे आएगी जहाँ पे भी तुम गेम बेच रहे हो. एनीथिंग एल्स दैट यू गाइस थिंक कि यार ये सही होगा. कूल कूल नो प्रॉब्लम दैट वाज गुड इनफ. नाउ ओवर हियर do you guys feel so यहाँ पे we'll talk about renewals, combo product, issue, feedback and employee engagement, right. Now first is renewals. So renewals में क्या what do you think कि what could be the proxy metrics for अभी renewals in itself is a metric. It's like कितने percentage लोगों ने renew कर लिया वापस. So that is basically having those customers with you. But what additional things can be there is one is upgrade, second is downgrade, churn. So do you guys understand what these means?
Yes.
Anyone?
Yeah. Means if someone is using two products and with the experience they means they decided to take up more two products from the same. So that's a upgrade.
Okay, wait over there. That's a cross sell.
Okay.
Upgrade is upsell.
New version or new features added in.
मतलब सेम प्रोडक्ट में कुछ और बेच दिया.
Add up करना.
Like अब Netflix पे देखो ना, what is the current plan? 149 का प्लान आता है सिर्फ मोबाइल में दिखेगा. अब उससे किसी को अपग्रेड करा दिया और 500 रुपये का प्लान लेने बोल दिया. सो दैट्स अ अपग्रेड. बट लेट्स से Netflix ओन सम अदर प्लेटफॉर्म, लेट्स से ZEE5 भी उन्हीं का है फॉर एग्जांपल के लिए. तो Netflix ने ये बोल दिया यार आप Netflix तो लेते ही हो तो आप ZEE5 भी ले लो. सो दैट्स अ क्रॉस सेल, डिफरेंट प्रोडक्ट. दिस इज समथिंग वी डिस्कस्ड इन द इनिशियल वीडियोस ऑफ आवर्स. रिमेंबर?
Yes.
Correct. Go ahead.
So downgrade is now similar. It will be means if we are using 600 plan, we will downgrading to 300 plan.
Correct.
300 rupees plan. That's a downgrade. And churn means they are not using the product at all. They left.
Correct. So churn means basically चला गया भाई, टाटा बाय बाय बोल दिया उसने. वो राहुल गांधी के भाषा में टाटा बाय बाय वो बोल दिया उसने, राइट. So that's what churn means. Okay. So everything in SaaS industry, Microsoft is a SaaS industry company, and everything around SaaS industry is talked about in these terms. और एनी ई कॉमर्स स्टोर जो भी इंटरनेट बिजनेसेस है ना वो यही बात करते. क्रॉस सेल हुआ, अपसेल हुआ, डाउनग्रेड हुआ या चर्न हो गया, बस दैट्स ऑल दे टॉक अबाउट. एंड ऑल दीज नंबर्स आर ट्रैक्ड एवरी डे. that how many customers we have churned. So in a specific period, how many customers we have, and in that specific period, how many left us. That's your churn rate. So these are numbering, and that churn rate is basically attrition rate for employees. It's the same thing. How many employees you have and how many employees have left in that specific time period is your attrition rate, nothing else. So यहाँ पे कंपनी हो गई तो churn बोलते हैं, लोग चले गए तो attrition बोलते हैं. That's the difference, right? So यहाँ पे but upgrade cross sell वगैरह कुछ नहीं होता. Maybe we can find something like promotion हो गया, हाँ यार, that's an upgrade. Cross sell might be someone adding new to your team, and downgrade means maybe demote तो किसी को करते नहीं यार, मैंने सुना नहीं. So downgrade is not possible in employee. But yeah, now let's see talk about combo products की. So e-commerce में there is one particular thing which is called basket analysis, which is a very famous analytics tool for any e-commerce or an supermarket store. तो कभी तुम सुपरमार्केट में जाते हो तो तुम्हें मिल्क और ब्रेड जाते ही मिलता है क्या? आइडियली इट शुड बी द फर्स्ट प्रोडक्ट इन टू द सुपरमार्केट, राइट? कि आता ही में ले या भाग गया. बट द मार्केट्स आर नॉट डिजाइन लाइक दैट. व्हाट दे डू इज दे विल कीप unnecessary item, cold drink, chips, biscuits, or dio, ye wo. They will make you move around the entire place, and then you will reach to the milk and bread counter at the end, right? Because that's an essential item that you will buy, but they want you to see other things also before buying that. So that's their strategy to move you around. And now again, this is the first part. They play with your psychology, right? Now what they do is they will basically keep milk and bread away. They will move those product away to improve your footprint. But in e-commerce store there is nothing like this. वहाँ पे तो सब रियल एस्टेट है, एक सेम है, वो सर्च करेगा उसको मिल जाएगा. सो व्हाट दे do is they build an recommendation engine for everyone. So if you must have seen कि यार तुम जब ग्रोफर्स या बिग बास्केट पे जाते हो और ये ब्रेड सर्च करते हो, तुम्हें रिकमेंडेशन में एग्स आता है, मिल्क आता है. और तुम अगर इफ़ यू बाय फॉर सोप देन यू विल गेट रिकमेंडेशन फॉर शैम्पू और मे बी और कोई परफ्यूम और समथिंग लाइक दैट, और हेयर ऑयल बेसिस योर यूज़र बिहेवियर. So that's what average basket analysis means, that एक basket में क्या क्या होना चाहिए. So what they do is they collect data from all the users and they figure out what are the most commonly bought item together are. तो उसके for user level पहले large level पे देख लेते हैं ये organization में क्या होता है, फिर user level पे अच्छा ये जब buy करता है ना, for example ये मैगी जब buy करता है तो मैगी का मैजिक मसाला भी buy करता है. That's their basket. So whenever I will buy, let's say I am that user, whenever I'll buy Maggi from any website, they will recommend me magic masala. तो तुम फ़ोन कवर बाय करते हो तो तुम्हें वो कवर का रिकमेंडेशन दे देता है. So that's how they club the items together to sell them, and that's what a SaaS company will do. अगर तुम्हारे पास Microsoft Office है तो एक काम करो ना, तुम हमारा Outlook भी ले लो, क्योंकि तुम्हारा बास्केट इसके लिए मैच करता है. So these kind of recommendations also built by analytics team, that this user's behavior is like this is their spending capacity. So basis is spending capacity, we should offer him more products, and that's how combination of products are sold. Now issues feedback is something that Microsoft collects data points regularly from the user. तुम ट्रबल शूट करते हो तो तुम्हें पूछता है कि यार तुम्हें ये डेटा माइक्रोसॉफ्ट को भेजना है क्या, so that Microsoft can improve. So this is something that is used in innovation, this data point. So innovation में basically they will figure out what are challenges, and then there is one more thing where people open up tickets that I am facing this issue, so this is my ticket. So on those tickets also they can improve their product issues, like bugs fix हो सकते हैं, and they can improve their pipeline of features also, कि वो कुछ features को prioritize कर सकते हैं अगर उसमें ज़्यादा tickets आ रहे हैं. कि ये feature हमें launch करना था, हमारे road map में शायद ये 3rd quarter में था, बट अभी इसके फर्स्ट क्वार्टर में इतने टिकट्स आ गए कि हमें ऐसा लगता है कि इसको थर्ड से उठा के फर्स्ट में कर लेना चाहिए, ताकि ये जो ऑपरेशंस टीम पे लोड आ रहा है ये टिकट्स की वजह से वो कम हो जाए, राइट. सो दैट वे ऑल्सो दे कैन यूज दिस डेटा. So I guess that's it. Any thoughts, any comments that you guys would like to do?
No.
Great. So that's it from my end for today. In the next, we will start thinking strategically. And when I'm saying strategically thinking, it's a fun way of learning how you can build strategies in your mind, and how can those strategies help you to build correct solution for any problem. And that will help you identify your thought process. It will broaden your thought process, and it will help you in a long run. So thank you for joining today's video, and we'll meet in the next video.
Thank you.
Thank you.